This question is from Aditi from Mumbai. Namaskaram, Sadhguru. We heard that you have recently offered the Bhairavi Raksha, a consecrated offering to help us tide through these challenging times. Can you please explain the significance of this offering and how we can make use of it?
Well, this Bhairavi Raksha is something that's not offered now because of the pandemic. It's something we've been offering in various forms for quite some time, even before the Devi temple came. It's just that last few years I've been kind of working on how to make it controlled enough. When I say controlled enough, you know, no, this is just a joke, okay? I'm excusing myself from all the ladies. She is a certain kind of woman, very fierce. Everybody likes the benefits of such a woman, but they don't like the flip side of her. She has a flip side that they don't like. So how to make a coin fall all the time the same way? Every time you want heads up. How do you do that? That is, now you have to fix the coin that both sides are heads. That's the only way. There's no other trick really. You flip the coin, every time it's heads up. That means you have to fix the coin. So last few years I've been looking at how to fix this coin so that people can just go through one aspect, not really touch the other, because most people are not ready for the fierceness of who she is. Because they're thinking of Bhairavi as a crutch to walk through their life. Well, if you have two good legs and you use a crutch, I will take the crutch away, of course. But if you're a little lame, you're a little handicapped, and you use a crutch, of course, we will ensure that you have a crutch. So, when well, I was about to say something, then I thought, why should I tell you all this? Because this is just a darshan, you're supposed to just look at me, okay? So, we've been trying to fix this, how to make a coin whichever way it flips, only it shows one side, not the other. It's taken some time, but we've arrived at something where Bhairavi is designed to destroy you, if you're willing. On one level, she is benevolent, full of support, gifts. On another level, she is destructive. Well, how to meet only one side of her? Because most human beings only want to survive better. They're not thinking of divine, come on. Divine is just a crutch. Tell me sincerely, how many of you are really thinking, or how many people who are today praying wherever they are, everywhere in the world, whatever groups of religion or caste, creed or they are, how many of them today want to merge with the divine and become nothing? Well, for most people, 99.9% of the people, this girl is raising her hand and shaking the camera. Our camera person is raising the hand, I want to. So bad photography will happen because she wants to merge. Everybody is using God and divine only as a crutch to walk better. They want their business to go better, they want to be healthy, they want their children to be healthy, they want things to happen in expected ways. Not the way divine is expecting, the way they are expecting divine to be. That's what the prayer is about in the entire world, irrespective of religions. Everybody is every day telling God how he should run the world. Well, similarly, Bhairavi, though she is a powerful force and she can float you around in life, she also has the power to dissolve you. My interest is that, but your interest is you need some flotation. Because by yourself you may sink, so you want some force to hold you up. It's fine with me. I went through almost 2 to 3 years of struggle within myself, deciding whether we should create her or not, whether we should manifest her or not. Create is the wrong word, I'm sorry. Whether we should manifest her or not, because I thought I shouldn't cater to that aspect, let somebody else do it. I should cater to only those people who want to become one with everything. Those who are seeking ultimate liberation, not those who are seeking to walk a little better. Then I saw there were so many people who can't walk straight. Then I said, okay, after 2-3 years of struggle within myself, I decided we'll consecrate this and manifest this form of energy. But she still has two sides. What is significant for me? For most people, that's not what they want. So right now, we created a coin which will fall only one way. It's weighed in such a way, it's a loaded dice, it'll fall only one way, your way. I should have made it fall my way. If I'm a smart man, if I'm smart in any sense, I should load the dice my way. Because I'm a bloody fool, I load the dice your way. So in a way, Devi civilized. What a wrong thing to do, but because I knew that people are struggling with simple things. Simple things mean they're still struggling with their own thought and emotion. They're not in a battle, they're not in a war zone, they're not fighting an enemy outside, there is no grizzly bear, all of them have been killed long time ago. They're still struggling with their own thought and emotion. Fantastic they are. They are such geniuses that they are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years of age, still have not figured out how to use the 5 fingers of their hand. Suddenly these 2 fingers go and poke their eyes. That looks ridiculous, isn't it? Sounds ridiculous? That's what it is. When suddenly your thought pops up and hurts you, your emotion pops up and makes you miserable, this is what it means. Suddenly these 2 fingers pop up and they poke you in the eye. How stupid is that? But that's how stupid it is. But that population is such a majority, then I decided, okay, we will load the dice in such a way that she falls one way for these people. So out of that, many things have come, many more things may come in future, much more powerful things. But it's also important when you disperse this in large scale, it is mild, that it's not too powerful. So controlling this has been the challenge, that it's not too powerful, it's just enough. So Raksha is mainly created to bring a certain sense of physiological balance. And I found it's unbelievable that today, in today's world, how many people have immunological issues. Their immune systems are not functioning properly because they are constantly in recycled air, they're eating processed food, and of course they don't breathe fully. Well, if you have to breathe fully, you must do something exerting, you must at least climb a damn mountain. You must do something where your lungs work, or at least you must do your Shakti Chalana Kriya in the morning. Otherwise, you are not even breathing fully, you have become a generation who cannot even eat a full stomach of food. Never before in the history of humanity, there was such a situation. Every generation when they sat down, they could eat what they want, how much they want, and they were fine. Because they used their different parts of the body, they were not saving it for heaven. They knew your heart, liver, kidney and spleen, including your brain, is just the soil upon which you're walking, and one day it will become that. Before it becomes that, you must use it. But today, because you're all heaven-bound, you're saving it for another place. Because of this, immunological issues. I know a whole lot of textbook scientists will attack me tomorrow morning. Oh, how is he saying? Does he know about what is immune system? I have this problem, I have this problem, I have that problem. Does he know what it means? I know. I do not know much about disease. I know a lot about health, if you're interested. If you want to get a PhD in various ailments, please get it. Maybe the ailment will be named after you, like Mr. Parkinson. Maybe it'll be named after you. How will it be? Durga syndrome. No, we'll wait for some really deadly disease and then So, because there are so many immunological issues, that's one reason which made me decide to make this Raksha. Well, it brings a balance on that level of the body. The immune system on the cellular level, it brings a certain balance. It is a consecrated piece, it must be treated properly, it must be handled responsibly, it's very important. And it is mild enough not to push you very hard towards the Devi, because I know you only want to use the Devi. This is your idea of devotion is a deal. Devotion is not a deal. Devotion means the only objective of devotion is to dissolve. But right now for most people, devotion is a deal. So as I'm getting older, I'm becoming little more compassionate and becoming market-friendly. Otherwise, I was too rigid and saying you have to burn. So at that time, I gathered only those kind of people who would simply burn. Now, all of you are here, you have passengers in your car, you have to drive in a certain way. At that time, I was only thinking of race drivers. Now I'm thinking of passenger cars also. So because of that, Raksha has come and it will play a substantially significant role in bringing balance and bringing certain vibrance on the cellular level of your body. Physiological benefits naturally translate into psychological benefits also. I know today, with all due respect, I'm saying medicine is divided into various specialities to an extent that, this happened a few years ago. I was playing some soccer and I tore my ACL and a little bit of the cartilage and in a lot of pain. And I was speaking in Atlanta. I was all wrapped up and I was speaking there and after the talk was over, one person approached me and said, Sadhguru, I would like to look at your knee, I'm a knee doctor. I said, what? You're an orthopedic. He said, no, I'm a knee doctor. Is there such a thing? He said, yes. Then I asked, which knee are you, right or left? Because who knows? Who knows, there may be such a specialization also. This had happened to yoga long time ago. We sort of fixed it. Long time ago this happened. People went on creating more and more specialization in yoga, not the way it's happening in the United States studios, I'm not talking about that. In a different way, like medical science being very specialized has brought many benefits. At the same time, it will also bring a lot of confusion in future. Well, in another 50 years' time, if you want a medical checkup, you will need 50 doctors to check you up because one person only looks at the heart or only the ventricles. Another person looks at only your left knee, not the right one. Another person looks at this and that. You know, dental surgery, dentistry, 9 years of learning. In that there are 3-4 specializations, all right? Just teeth. So this brings a certain amount of knowledge and expertise, yes. At the same time, when it becomes so diverse, for the limited amount of time that we have, it'll become impractical. Suppose you need a thorough medical checkup, now you need 50 appointments with doctors, that usually takes 6 to 8 months or maybe 50 years if you are living in London. So by the time you go through this, you will be sick for sure. So many tests and so many diagnoses, and by the time somebody collates all these diagnoses and decides what kind of ailment you have, it'll be usually postmortem diagnosis. So yoga had this problem a few thousand years ago, that it went into specialization, specialization, specialization. At one point of time in India, there were over 1800 serious schools of yoga, handling or approaching yoga in 1800 different ways. Then when Patanjali Maharishi came, he saw that all this knowledge is not benefiting anybody because all it's creating is confusion. Health is not happening, well-being is not happening, enlightenment is not happening. Only thing is knowledge and knowledge and knowledge. Then he reduced everything into 8 limbs. From 1800, 8 limbs, he said, these are 8 limbs and they need to be approached in a certain way. That is what the Yoga Sutras are about. Maybe at some point something like this will happen with medical sciences also, but right now it is getting into more and more specialization. Some benefits are there, no question, but if further specialization and further division of the body happens, our view becomes so keyhole view that practically it will become a problem. Academically, it'll be fantastic, but practically it will be a serious issue because nobody will know what's happening with them because everybody knows what's happening with your spleen, but they don't know what's happening with you. So in this context, people will protest, but I'm telling you, if certain physiological balance happens, naturally, because your body, the way it functions is all about various secretions of the glands that are happening. How you're experiencing life right now. Are you feeling joyful? Are you feeling miserable? Are you feeling comfortable? Are you feeling uncomfortable? Is all about the secretions that are happening with variety of glands. Well, I think these days, the only gland that they're interested in that is influencing people is their hormones. No, there are other subtler, more significant glands which can bring you much more well-being and much more pleasure than you ever imagined. For example, there is a pineal gland. Nobody focused on this, nobody did anything about it. Why suddenly you are doing your Shambhavi and suddenly, within a month's time, you started feeling wonderful and you even started singing in the bathroom instead of cursing somebody? Hello? It's happened, I know. So, because your secretions are leveled out, your cellular health is good, now it naturally reflects in your psychological well-being because every human experience has a chemical basis to it. What you call as joy, misery, agony, ecstasy, stress, tranquility, whatever you want to call it. Every human experience has a chemical background to it. To bring that in the system is very important. The Bhairavi Raksha is essentially influencing you in that direction. So Sadhguru, if I wear this Bhairavi Raksha, I don't have to do my Shambhavi in the morning, is it? I know that's where it'll come, that's the first thing. No, only if you do your Shambhavi in the morning, it works. Namaskar.